Okay. Okay. We go live. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Mr. JB, how we doing? It's gonna take as long as I want it to take, and you're gonna like it. All right? You're gonna like it. You're gonna sit there and take it. Tig, I would like to go ahead and sleep. Is that okay with you? This is just Tig and myself on the server. I don't think me sleeping is going to affect anything he's doing. There we go. We sleep. We sleep. All right. What's ready? Anything ready yet? No. No. Maybe I should fast forward? Hmm. Oh, there we go. Warfield's ready to go. Wait. I think they're all canola, too. JB got disconnected. The server said goodbye. Ah! think I'll stick this right across the street over here. Away we go. X, how we doing? What's up, bud? Oh, I forgot to do one other thing. Can I look for it over here? I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Maybe not. I'll have to bring it up this way. No, maybe not. I should actually put it into a fucking... Damn it! Why do I keep on hitting the fucking button? Let me do it this way. Want my XL, and then right here, let's do open application. I'm gonna have to find it, aren't I? It's gonna make me look for the fucking thing, man. Unless it's not on here. Maybe it's not on here. Yeah, it might not be on here. Ah. Borderless Gaming. There we go. There we go. Alright. Infected tooth. So swollen I look like I'm a chipmunk doing a ball of dip. Then he's gonna, you know, start sounding like a southern redneck. Just start talking like that and everyone will just buy along with it. Dude, how you doing? Furman. That's right. Furman right now. Maybe tornadoes later. Feeling cute. Maybe twisters later. That is no joke. They're talking possible severe thunderstorms and tornadoes and all that shit tonight. Pig, how you doing? What's up? That's why I'm on now, because I won't be later. There you go. We'll see if I am or not. Haven't decided yet. It all depends on how bad it is that it comes through. I am already not expecting to work tomorrow, so we'll have a tomorrow stream. Tell you what, I was doing some hosteds that Dempsey was putting on today during his stream, and I ran the new TCR car. Peoria, Bloomington area is a hotspot. TV, what's up, bud? That's where they're projecting, because that's like an hour west of me. Because there's nothing, I don't even think there's any storms in Illinois, unless they fired off in the last hour. Oh yeah, they're starting to fire off. Oh yeah. What is that? Just past Ottawa? Yeah, Ottawa, LaSalle. But then when you zoom out, nothing shows up. Yeah, it looks... But as of right now, yeah, there's really nothing in this state. Except for a little cluster that looks like it was trying to materialize. Yeah, we'll see. I saw that a few days ago. They were highlighting Peoria area up towards the Quad Cities and slightly east of there as well. as being the potential hotspot for a lot of them. We'll see if that's still, that was a couple days ago though, so that could change. Oh, that's where it showed up. Okay. Sorry, it showed. Nope. There we go. It showed up there. I hate it when it opens up. Windows sees the HD60 as another screen, and it's just annoying because I wish I could set it to where nothing opens on that screen. But well, Aurora is western suburb, and that's still north of me by an hour and a half. It's humid. I can tell that. I go upstairs, and you get halfway up the steps, and you can feel the warmth, and you can feel the humidity, for sure. So I'm hoping we see some action over here, though, on the east side of the state. But we'll see. I mean, I'll keep an eye on the radar, and if I see a whole bunch of red coming my way, I'll probably shut things down. But, yeah, I was doing the TCR car, and I was quite enjoying it. I'm going to make this turn. I'll bring up iRacing so you guys can see what I'm talking about with the TCR car. Touring cars. And iRacing brought out a Gen 2 Audi. I just want the damn things to stay in the fields and away from people. It could wipe out my town. I'd be fine with that. Insurance company, do you want to rebuild your house? No, we'll just take the money and move. Thanks. I don't know if that would be an option, but... Alright, do that. And let's quickly open up iRacing if I can. And show you guys the new TCR car. Come on, iRacing. You're slow. My content. Oop. I don't think... well, let's see. This TCR... Did I buy the Hyundai? Yes, I did. So here is the car I did up in Trading Paints. I mean, not only is it a wicked looking little car, this is the new Audi, but it was pretty fucking fun to drive this thing. So maybe we're looking at some new content for the streams after all this is over with. Week 13 is done. Maybe some TCR racing. It was quite fun. It really was. It's a challenge. They're nimble and quick. So it was quite fun. Yeah, iRacing has got major issues. But after watching Dempsey this morning, and he was doing LMU, it isn't just iRacing. It's just racecraft in general. Too many people thinking they're Max Verstappen. Too many people not taking it with any kind of seriousness whatsoever. So, those types are, it's just a game. Cry about it. Those guys can go play something else. Go back to Forza. Go back to Gran Turismo. We don't need you over here. Those are the ones I wish would disappear. And you would see games like iRacing and LMU instantly clear up. Now, if you can just get rid of the ones that think they're the next F1 superstar, but that's, I don't know if there would be a service left to play on. Well, I mean, they're not so much goofing around, they just don't give a shit. They're going to stick their nose in knowing that they can't make the corner whatsoever. And then if you speak up and say something, that's when that comes out. They're not taking it seriously whatsoever. Any kind of professionalism or anything like that is just non-existent with them because they just don't care. Oh, I wrecked my car. Oh, well. Yeah, and you also just took out 4 or 5 other people with that accident. Ah, they'll be fine. Fuck them. Dude, you're driving like a fucking asshat. You know, if that's the way you're gonna look at it, then get the fuck off this service, save yourself some money, monthly costs, and go back to racing fucking Forza. Well, and you know, the team I'm currently racing on, and I'll be doing the Sebring 12-hour with. There's a handful of guys on there that don't do any kind of daily racing anymore on iRacing because it's not worth it for them. You know, they just do the enduros and maybe they do the occasional, you know, whatever series that they like. Maybe they're part of a league. I don't, you know, things like that. But for the most part, doing the races like I do or others do, no, they avoid it like the plague because they don't expect to get a clean race out of any of it. And I don't blame them. I honestly don't blame them. So they mainly just race on the endurance races and that's it. So, and you know, it ain't a bad idea. Yeah, why are they going to get stressed out over it and lose IR, lose SR, possibly lose their license? You know, depending on where they are on the SR level, because someone decides to just full send it in turn 2, thinking that, you know, big deal, who cares? You know, those are the ones I wish that would just be like, you know, I feel like saving my $14 a month. Just do everyone a favor and get the fuck off the server. Because iRacing isn't going to do anything about it. iRacing won't do anything about racecraft. They won't do that. They won't touch it. Intentionally wrecking, that's something different. But someone that is, oh, I'm going to send it from 7/10 of a second back going into the corkscrew at Laguna Seca and then bitch at the other guy because, you know, he didn't leave the corner open for me or whatever, and then just be like, whatever, cry about it. Dude, you just ruined my race. Oh, nerd. Get the fuck out of here. Let's go. Your mom should have swallowed. Your mom failed you in 2 areas. She should have swallowed and she didn't raise you right. Either that or your dad didn't pull out and didn't raise you to be a decent human being. Sup, Icky, with the 10 stream streak? How you doing, sir? We are harvesting canola. Super exciting, man. We got 4 fields to harvest. The Biggie can attest to those products of human waste that are on iRacing. I tell you what, the Biggie, I might be doing some TCR racing. I'm kind of hooked. I kind of got hooked. Did a race at St. Petersburg, St. Pete with Dempsey. Finished 5th, and it was quite fun, quite enjoyable sending that little car around. I think that's a E-Class series though, so I got to be careful with that. I bought the new Audi, and I also bought the Elantra. And I didn't try the Elantra yet. Just went with the Audi, and they're quick little things. They're nimble. You know, you can't be Thunderfoot in them because, of course, there's a thing called torque steer. But it was quite fun sending them over to curbs and battling Anders for a while too. That was some good racing we had in Dempsey's stream. Old school indies, and it's been hilarious. I wanted to do Indy at Sebring last week or week before, and I forgot all about it. Might do some GTE as well, but that's going to be risky, I think, because you know the lack of ABS and EC in those cars. So, but they got a good series this season. The races that they got lined up. Oh yeah, I do. One of the reasons why I run GT3s over GTEs. Of course, I'm trying to learn to stay off the ABS, but redoing my brake pedal stiffness but I'm fighting the urge to loosen up the brake pedal again because I don't know how much my knee can handle of that. It's just too damn stiff right now. But I worry if I go back to a lighter setting, though, it's going to be difficult for me to modulate my brakes. Right now, the brakes are doing it for me. But hey, there's someone that didn't get caught by the Twitch bots. I know I got a mod in chat to get rid of that. So if I remove the space, that means I can go get the best viewers and replace you PUDs. Because you guys are just not the best, obviously. But that's what that dude's saying. You aren't the best. You're a bunch of schmucks. Fuck that guy. Not sure what to plant. I don't know. I'm surprised we have so much canola, to be honest. I almost added a new planter as well, but I kind of don't see the point to it since we're using the one that plants everything. It's the 2021 version of the NT. Very well possible, Sloot. Very well. You don't get that too much over on the YouTube side. Well, and the sad thing is eventually some idiot that's got like no viewers or one viewer is gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna be the best and biggest streamer in this category, and you know, then their account gets banned, and their name is stolen and I remember years ago we were suspecting a guy here in the farm sim category of viewbotting as well, because he comes out of nowhere and suddenly, you know, he'll start off and he's sitting at like 15 viewers at best, and then out of nowhere he shoots up to 100, and then he'll be at 150, then 225, then over 300 viewers. And it's like, where the fuck? And I mean, out of nowhere. Literally, this guy came out of nowhere. Never saw him stream in the farm sim category before. Not a big channel. You know, so it wasn't like there were viewers from something else that he might stream all the time. You know, not a very big channel, not, you know, big, not a huge amount of followers. And then suddenly he's pulling down 300 plus every time he goes live. I think I reported him for possible view botting. I can't remember, because this is going back like 4 years ago. Yeah, it was really suspicious. And then you go look at the viewer list, and there'd only be like 20 names in there. Why report him? Because viewbotting is against the rules. Why would I viewbot? It's pretty lame and pathetic to do it in the first fucking place. And besides, the mentality of people who watch streams, at least on Twitch, they usually go for the one that's got the most people watching in the first place. So, someone that's coming into Twitch and is going to go and watch some farm sims, so they get in that category. Maybe they don't follow anyone to begin with. You know, it's like watching videos on YouTube. You're going to watch the video that's been out for 2 days but only has 50 views? Or are you going to watch the video that's been out for 12 hours and already has 750,000? Yeah, the people that advocate, yeah. Yeah, the people that advocate it are just as pathetic. I prefer trains. So, what do you? Are you suggesting I do railroader tomorrow, CB? Are you suggesting a railroader stream tomorrow? Is that the hint I'm seeing here? The subliminal message? Listener. I haven't done railroader in a minute. And surprisingly, railroader usually does pretty well. Kilo wants railroader. Captain of Industry? No. That I don't know if that's for me a stream worthy game, to be honest. No, I agree with you there, JB. I'm waiting for MOW, yeah. Not doing... grow some balls and get up there and do your presentation. Am I full-time? No. I think I actually have that sim, Lawnmower Sim. I think I actually have that. I downloaded it and never touched it. I think because it was for free. I was like, what the fuck, why not? Nope, I am not full-time. I'm just doing it right now at this time of the day because I was off today. And I'm probably going to be off tomorrow, too. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm off the rest of the week. No one wants to pour concrete when it's raining or it's cold. So I didn't like it either in high school. Near the end of high school, I got to the point where I didn't give a fuck. Didn't care anymore. Yeah, we'll just sit here at the end. I don't even know if I would want to be full-time, to be honest. I don't do the social media thing like I should. I was starting to do pretty well on TikTok, but putting up clips that I felt are worthy enough to go up have kind of dried up. Although I could put out that clip I took of the last time we did Farm Sim when I was in the Combine and it lagged all over the place. But Farm Sim clips on TikTok don't really do much. I think IMSA's first week is Silverstone. So I'll be doing a lot of IMSA next week. I don't remember where GT3 and GT3 US are at, or America. I don't know. I don't remember where those are at. I think one of them is at St. Pete start. Just got to work on getting that IR back up. That is the goal. All right, Tig, what do you think we're putting in this field? What do you say? No, no hemp. There's no hemp here. More corn? We've already got one field down with corn. No, hemp actually was something that was a mod. I think it still is on some maps. Did I put soybean down? I could have swore I put corn on something. No, that was soybean over there on the 2. Yeah, I didn't do any corn. No, I did corn over on 91 or whatever it was. Over by the other farm. Yeah, 94 and 91 have corn. And soybeans around 86, 81, and 77. So, let's see. Yeah, we're going to have canola coming out our ass. Could probably put oats on this one and the one next to it. Yeah, on this one and 89. Well, you could probably put oats. We'll have to hang on to it for a while, though. Because it sells in 2 months, but it won't be ready by then. Well, and that's the downside we're in right now is everything we have in storage, we really can't sell until another 4, 5, or 6 months. That's when the prices go up, and it's worth, we can make the most profit. North of Bloomington, that is west of me by maybe an hour or less. I mean, it's cloudy out, but My sister is north of Bloomington. And there goes Indy. I might as well send the sister a warning text about that. It's been a minute since I've talked to her anyway. Now watch, it doesn't fucking happen. You're home now, right, Sapicki? I don't know if he's still here. Or are you back in Indiana still? Well, we'll find out soon enough, Salute. Tornado threat 4 out of 5. Wind threat 2. Hail threat 3. There's a very likely risk of severe weather today. Wind, tornadoes, and hail are possible. Look out for large hail and powerful tornadoes. Have a plan and be prepared. That was as of today, yeah, at 3 p.m. So almost an hour ago. Stupid fucking ads, man. And then they've been getting longer too. Paul, how you doing, man? No, I'm not gonna drag the move. Just give me the fucking X already. There it is. Yeah, forecast here with the Weather Channel shows everything staying north along I-80. Not a fucking thing for us down here. Yep, there it is. I just had to refresh. Tornado watch now in effect until 11 p.m. Bureau, Ford, Fulton, Grundy, Hancock, Henderson, Henry, Iroquois, Kankakee, Knox, LaSalle, Livingston, Marshall, Mason, McDonough, McLean, Mercer, Peoria, Putnam, Schuyler, Stark, Caswell, Warren, and so that's basically all of the counties in the central state. That's all of the counties from Peoria to Bloomington to Champaign, or I'm north of Champaign. Champaign's not on here. So that's basically a whole straight line west. Let's see, do I have any other champagne? Yep, there's my weather bug going off. Got nothing for Champaign County. Flood watch only for Joliet. This watch includes 6 counties in central Illinois, Livingston, in east central, Ford and Iroquois, in north central, LaSalle, in northeast, Grundy and Kankakee, which are south and southwest of Chicago. In Indiana, includes Benton, Jasper, and Newton. Includes the cities of Bourbonnais, Coal City, DeMette, DeWitt, Fairbury, which is like 20 minutes from me, Fowler, Gibson City, 10 minutes away, Gilman, 20 minutes away, Kankakee, 45 away, Pentland, LaSalle, Marseilles, Mendota, Minooka, Morocco, Morris, Ottawa, Paxton, Pontiac. That doesn't say my town. We're chopped liver. Chopped fucking liver, I tell you. Likes are up to 4. Thank you, Clarence. Hello, how you doing? I don't want to be good. I want like cows flying. I ain't worried. I ain't scared. Yeah, and we're only 48 minutes into the stream and it's got 4 likes. Look at that. Look at that. And it's probably only going to get like 1 or 2 more. No, I want nature to do it for me, damn it. There's like 50 of them just on the edge of town here. I don't hate cows. I love steak and burgers. What are you talking about? I went, scared. Oops. What do you mean, oops? Scary enough, or oddly enough, however you want to look at it. I went up to the post office today because they close at 11:30. My town's so small, the post office doesn't stay open all day. It closes at 11:30. Forgot about Slurry? And so I'm coming back to the house, and looking around, and I got one of those kind of flashes in my mind of the whole town just being wiped off the map. Destruction everywhere, everything's gone, and because a tornado went basically right through the middle of town. And there's only like 6 houses left standing or something. It could have been prophecy. It very well could have been. We will know tonight. Thank you, Clarence. The cat Lexion. I was thinking about trading in for something different, but we need more fields, so. What are you up to, Paul? Mr. Gamer Paul? Not just him, but what's everyone else up to besides watching this riveting, and exciting farming action? Yeah, basically, I know you guys can't see the phone, but I'm looking at the map here and it's listed all the counties, and it's just basically a straight line through central Illinois. Bloomington and Peoria, Champaign's just to the south. I'm on the middle to southern end of it on the east side of the state. Effective afternoon and evening from 3:55 p.m. Until 11. Primary threats include a few tornadoes and a couple of intense tornadoes, likely scattered large hail and isolated very large hail events up to 3 inches in diameter, likely. Scattered damaging winds and isolated significant gusts to 75 miles an hour possible. Summary, this is on WeatherBug. Supercell thunderstorms should quickly develop this afternoon and evening while posing a threat for large to very large hail, 2 to 3 inches in diameter. I don't think I've ever seen that. The tornado threat will likely increase throughout the evening with any supercells that can remain along and south of the surface boundary draped across southeast Iowa into north central Illinois and northwest Indiana. A couple of strong to intense tornadoes appear possible. Scattered, severe / damaging winds may also occur. It goes on to say the tornado watch is approximately along and 35 statute miles north and south of a line from 50 miles west of Burlington, Iowa to 100 miles east of Bloomington, Illinois. For a complete depiction of the watch, see the Associated Watch Outline Press. So I am well within that 100 miles of Bloomington. I am probably as the crow flies, I'd say 30 miles. Let me I'll map it out here from where I'm at. No. I'll go to the Bloomington Airport. Bloomington Normal Airport. So, by the way of the road, 41 miles. If you follow the road. So that means I would guess as the crow flies, straight line, 35-ish? 30? Because it's a 41 minute drive. 49 minute drive, 41 miles. But there's no, for at least a third of it, there's no straight line there, you know. I'm either going out and then straight south, or I'm going southwest and then I gotta go up, and kind of all over the place. Gonna get rain in Missouri, huh? 3 inches, that ain't golf ball. That's fucking baseball, dude. I've never even seen golf ball size. I've seen marble and pea size. That's about it. It's a good thing that we keep both cars inside. I'm changing a tire, but it's slow as fuck today. My dad was a truck driver when I was in preschool and elementary school. Okay. Just playing Farm Sim while watching on Marsh Map. Ah, same one that NBC's been playing. Just a trash can. The garage that's leaning out back that has my car in it still standing. Motherfucker! I've been hoping that thing falls over. I mean, it's got like a 2-degree lean, 2.5-degree lean in it. It's been stuck that way. I'd love to be able to tear it down and build a new one, but that's not exactly cheap. You see those memes always on Facebook. A lawn chair, one of those plastic, patio chairs tipped over. I survived a tornado outbreak. You'll have meteorologists and media all over the place. Tornado, talking about all this shit. And not a damn thing happens. No, my luck is everything else around me will be like flattened, but that garage is still standing. Not a shingle missing. Trees are gone. House is gone. That garage is still there. Son of a bitch. It depends on which way the wind is going. It leans to the north. And I could care less if the car gets crushed. It ain't worth a goddamn thing anyway. That might be what I end up doing, is just going out there and snipping a wire and letting it catch the insulation on fire. Oh, darn, that went too. I don't know if that was a tornado, though. Would it be? I mean, even good, strong winds can do that. Pick up a carport. I mean, it's nothing but a metal umbrella. Now, I've seen microbursts before. Cave in huge grain silos at a grain elevator. Just collapse them in. I've been close to a tornado without even knowing it. It was probably 10 miles south of me when I was up in Joliet racing RC cars. And it was like 2 miles away from my house where my son was at. That was probably back in 12 or 13. The Coal City tornado. I was, yeah, 2 or 3 miles away from where that one ripped through when I lived in Braidwood. And I was north in Joliet, on the south side of Joliet, racing RC cars. And we're outside, I'm having a cigarette, and the cloud, it's all gray and, you know, kind of breezy, but not too bad. And so we're just out there chilling, having a cigarette, and we can see stuff floating. And we already knew about the Washington tornado. I already knew about the one that hit Washington. And so I figured that's where that was coming from. And one was a piece of mail we saw floating around. And then I went and picked up off the ground some tar paper from a roof. And, you know, we're 10 miles away, something like that. So, you know, that was thrown pretty high up into the sky in order to be reaching all the way up there and dropping down. And then that's when we found out a tornado just went through. 98 Peterbilt 379. There you go. Not a bad truck. Yeah, she's probably 20 miles, 30 miles, somewhere in that area north of Bloomington on I-39. And if you look at the map, I am basically directly west of Bloomington, 30 to 40 miles. I would say she's directly west of Pontiac. $20 or so. She's straight west of it. I don't think anything's going to happen. Even she just said, I'm not holding my breath. I'm thinking they hyped up people about the storm and it's not going to be shit. I'm not expecting anything to happen because I have that dome of safety that constantly hangs over me. I have watched countless storms, severe, like red and purple lines of cells on a radar come right at me and then suddenly just disappear and then reappear on the other side of town. Or like someone up there just did pull them apart like this and they just went right around me. I've lost count of how many times I have seen that happen. So for some odd reason, someone somewhere is got that dome of weather safety over me. And no matter how much I beg, I scream, I ask, I demand that they turn it off, they don't. Oh yeah, they gotta say something because if they don't, But the thing she's kind of alluding to, and I hate, is, they hype it up so damn much, and then it's just like, a fart in the wind, kind of just nothing. It's like, really? You guys are on TV interrupting my shows for how long? And not a damn thing happened. But the radar, the computers, see, that's the problem. You're listening to that. I mean, I think a lot of the computer models that they want to base shit off of are just gone ape shit stupid. Not scheduled. Yes, sir. Off. Oh, yep, there it is. It's between just a hair south of Pontiac and just east of my sister's. There's one. Yeah, I saw that one up by Ottawa. It's not that big, though. Doesn't look like it's that bad. Now they're heading northeast, along 55. At least that's what radar is depicting, and then the Futurecast, that's been such ass, it's unbelievable. I don't think it's just, reading the data. I think the data is flawed. I mean, they get it wrong so fucking much. I mean, Tom Skilling, he was the best. And it's just like everyone else repeated whatever he said. I don't think I've ever seen a weather person have that much airtime on the evening news like Tom Skilling. He would go on for what seemed like 10 or 15 minutes. Meanwhile, the weather, on most other channels, it's like 5 minutes and they're done. On the sports, Tom's like, I'm still talking. That man is a legend. He's the OG. shit.
Car Freak 1 resubbed. Tier 1 at 99 months. Time to wake up the lurkers.
99 months. Damn, boy. Car Freak, thank you very much for that resub, dude. How you doing today? Oh, yeah. I've got a handful of them, yeah. I've got a handful that are way the fuck up there. And then there's a big gap. And then there's a big gap. Then it falls off. I don't know how or why you do, but you do, so works for me. Oh shit, I need fuel. Yeah, if anything pops off that is south of Route 24, yeah, that, and it's going east, then I should be concerned. I'm just east of Route 47. The Sabres game? What the hell are you going to do wasting your time watching that? Wow. I'll be honest, I haven't been paying attention to what's going on in the NHL. All I know is the Hawks suck, but they did win in overtime last night, so... Yeah, he's bringing fuel over, okay. Nope. No, he's not. Car Freak's a Chicago boy. He's out of Chicago. We're both Hawks fans. There we go. Best horn in all of the NHL. But it's still real. Oh, shit. Kojak, don't get Kojak started on his. Yeah, theirs is all digital and through the speakers now. Yeah, I'll wait at the end here. Dig for fuel. I won't turn. Oh, it's old. It sucks. We need to get digital. We need to get hip and trendy. Yeah, I have no idea why teams do that. I really don't see the point. Now, if I remember right, we had issues refueling this last time too. Yep, there it is. Got it first time. Nice. Awesome. Thank you, sir. And then he got disconnected. Yeah. To be honest, the last hockey game I watched was U.S. and Canada. I really haven't watched any Hawks games this year. I mean, I follow them and keep up with things on Twitter, but yeah, stop. Oh, man. You're raising them right. I don't even know if I still have the NHL app on here. On my phone. Nope. Used to, but I don't. Or maybe not on this phone. My older phones I did. I just know the Hawks are near the bottom, if not at the bottom. Yeah, Hawks haven't been good for a while. I mean, they went through the major sell-off, and traded a lot of prospects, things like that. And I mean, they still got Bedard, but they just sold off a lot of pieces before the trade deadline. Got rid of a few, which sucked to see him go, but. It was tough being a Hawks fan in the 90s, though. It was real difficult being a Hawks fan. Myles Garrett? I have no idea who that is. It's probably because of money. Patrick might have requested it as well, because I think he had a no-trade clause. But 9 out of 10 times, it's money. I think the Bears just got someone from the Browns, too. I can't remember who it is. Bears just picked up someone from the Browns. Yeah, the 90s in Chicago was all Bulls, yeah. But with Old Man Wirtz at the helm for the Hawks, the 90s were really rough because he felt that if there was a home game, it should not be televised because then people would not buy tickets. If you wanted to see a home game, go buy tickets. We're not going to televise it. Only away games were televised. He didn't want to pay money. Yeah, he was a very tight with the wallet. He didn't want to pay money to people. He didn't want big stars or things like that. He didn't want to have to pay him the money. And in the early 2000s is when it was the worst. I mean, you're only getting, 3 or 8,000 people in the stadium that can hold over 20,000. And, nothing had changed for him. So when he finally died, there's an article I was reading. I forget what it was in. I've read it a couple times. When Rocky took over. And Rocky had no idea how bad things were. Had no idea. Until he took over for the Hawks and realized... Because the Wirtz family runs... I think it's the largest beverage distribution company in Chicago. Or the Midwest or something like that. They're big. They're powerful. And they were pulling money from that to keep the Hawks afloat. Because the old man was just hemorrhaging money left and right because he wasn't spending it, but he wasn't bringing it in either. Hey, Old Slow, how you doing? So, he had to turn things around, but it starts off when they had the memorial for the first home game for, I think it was Bill Wirtz. Rocky's sitting there, the family, they're all in the the owner's booth, the box up there, and he's like, he knows what's coming. The family's thinking it's going to be a special night, and you know, we're gonna pay homage to a deceased owner and this and that, and he's like, yeah, no, no. I can get rid of Joliet. Town stinks anyway. Yeah, it was nothing but boos and jeers, and you know, everyone was happy to see him go. Because I remember driving up there and starting to see billboards going off when after they drafted Kane and Taves, and then you know trying to drum up you know, hype for the team. And I remember seeing the billboards, and I'm like, oh, this is different. Because you didn't see that before. But Rocky really turned that team around. Rocky had a big hand in turning that team around to what it is today. Or what it achieved over the last 15 years. More than that, actually. It's also why the wife and I both have 4 sweaters. Yeah, that one just moved north of Pontiac. Not really moving very fast. And Futurecast here for AccuWeather shows nothing. Like, oh, that was it. Nothing else going on here. That one north of Pontiac is just going to follow right up along 55, go through the south suburbs, and then that's it. And Futurecast shows nothing else happening. Big, I'm only 36, so I'm just going to swing around. You just can meet me down at the other side. Yeah, place I used to work, manager there said, oh, all these Hawks fans are just bandwagon fans. And I was like, yeah, some of that is true, but, you know, he didn't know and he didn't care. He was just doing it to be a troll. I was like, I know you're being a troll about it. And he goes, oh, I'm being serious. Everyone's bandwagon fans. And he goes, even you. I was like, to a point, you're right. But at the same time, if you had any idea, you know, the last 15, 20 years, it was difficult being a Hawks fan. Well, that's not possible. Yeah, it is when you got an owner that's makes it difficult to even follow the games, yeah, it's kind of hard to remain a Hawks fan. I had a Colorado Avalanche starter jacket back in high school. I had a Hawks one, and with the old colors, the red, white, and black. And then I had a Colorado Avalanche one. Yeah, it doesn't matter what the sport. There's always going to be fair weather fans. Or bandwagon fans. But, I mean, I don't think I'm wrong with saying if there is an ownership that made it, that there isn't an ownership out there that made it more difficult for fans to watch or be a part of the team than Old Man Wirtz did. I mean, he was very... It was not good. Yes, I want to say sabotage is a strong word, but you're not exactly wrong. Not exactly wrong, no. Not with Wirtz, no. That wasn't the case with him. He just didn't want to spend it. Didn't believe that he had to, you know. He was a very shrewd businessman. And it just came down to the fact that he was trying to pinch pennies and not spend the money, and this is what it is, and take it or leave it, and that was it. Be happy you have a team, and he was old school, hard-nosed old school kind of guy. No, Old Man Wirtz wasn't someone that was corrupt. He just didn't want to pay. Bottom line, he didn't want to pay. He would be kind of like some of the NFL teams or other teams where they'll get someone on the cheap, and then when they start to play better and everything and they want more money in the next contract, trade them off because he doesn't want to pay them the money. So he'll pick someone up for like 4-year deal at $2 million. But then when they get hot and, it's time to extend or renew and they want, 2 years at $5 million or something, gone. Trade them off. Get rid of them. He didn't want to pay the money. And he was also, I think, I would venture to say he was resentful of the fan base a little bit as well. Because like I said, he didn't want to televise. Hawks games were not, home games were not televised. And I don't even know if he was okay with the radio being there either. He didn't, Hawks games, home games were not televised. If you want to see the team, you come to the stadium. That was his line. That's why no games were televised. It didn't matter what day they were playing. You come to the stadium and you watch. Go, Jack. How you doing? We were just talking about how we know you love so much the Goldhorn that's now at Joe Louis. I mean, Little Caesars Arena. You think it's one of the best out there? Trying to remember. Oh, he changed his name. Now it's just regular Tigger. Up the hill we go. Uh, oh yeah, I think this is it. I think that's the one I love reading over and over and over. I'm gonna have to leave that up so I can read it again later. I mean, that man basically rebuilt everything in the Hawks organization. Everything. And the result? What some would call a dynasty in the 2010 era. 3 Stanley Cups, Hall of Fame players. Yeah, this one's getting a better yield, 8.1 ton per hectare. 117, 116%. That last one was 6 point something. I didn't pay attention. It was like 6.9 or whatever. What did we buy? Oh, was that the fuel cost that spent $20,000? We were over 300,000. Now we're down 30,000. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take off both sides, both ends. I won't make it all the way back. Holy shit, server lag. Oh! We've already had a tornado watch this year, too, and it didn't do shit. Not a fucking thing. Yeah, Weather Channel's still showing anything north of 80 just basically getting pounded over and over and over. Doesn't show anything down here until like midnight. Storm keeps reforming into a bigger storm. It's the weirdest shit you've ever seen. Oop, my bad. Must have hit the pedal. Disengaged cruise. So I'm curious, since that John Deere well, I guess it's row crop tires, since that one is destroying crop, I don't think there's any of these that have row crops on. Might have to swap out that John Deere for a mid-sized tractor and or at least a sprayer part on it, and get a tractor with row crop tires and a pull behind sprayer. Who says it's got to be a Fendt? Maybe it'll be one of the old Challengers. Maybe it'll be a Case. Whatever I feel like freaking getting. Tigger just wants an all Fendt farm. Admit it. Admit it. Oh, gotta put my shoe back on. I had to take my shoe off so I could itch my heel. Yes! Well, regardless of whatever tractor we get, we're going to need more money. Hmm. I just added the TCR to the favorites list. Now I gotta do it in the game. Hey, Dull, how you doing, man? What's up? We're waiting for my town to get wiped off the map with a tornado. Rough day at work. Wow. Sucks. So you have your own business. The Puma's got the narrow tires. $286,000 for it. Tornado warning. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Not for me. Now it's got a map, the outlook, and I'm in the red, the dark red. I think so, though. I think so. The trailer's bolted down. I mean, no, I don't live in a trailer. Yep, still just a tornado watch for me. So who's got the tornado warning? Closest lightning to me right now is 11.7 miles to the north. That storm that went over Pontiac. Right now it's pounding Herscher, or it's about to. It's like 20 or 30 minutes north of me. The Ottawa storm is coming down? I don't see anything. Another one just flared up, though. West of Morris. Yep, see all the fun's up there, not down here. Meh. We'll see. I'll end the stream on that cliff note. Alright, guys, thanks for watching the stream. And, oh, the tornado sirens are going off now. And then the stream just goes dead. That would be a cliffhanger, huh? Turn off all Discord. Oh, not working your full-time job. I got it. My full-time job didn't need me today. It doesn't need me tomorrow either. Probably won't need me the rest of the week, but you never know. And this is why I don't open all the windows, because the dog is just going to sit there and bark out of it constantly without stopping. Because God forbid someone 2 blocks over is out walking their dog. I swear we need to put like a 12-foot fence up around this house. Around the backyard, it's got to be a 12-foot fence, and then we got to gut the whole inside and soundproof it so no one can hear a car door close. Otherwise, this dog loses his fucking mind. Off the pedal, I'm just letting it coast down the hill. Or is the cruise still on? Oh, the cruise is still on. Son of a bitch. I let go of the pedal and the cruise took over. Here I'm thinking, cool, I can just let it coast down the hill. Nope. Severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 6 p.m. Yet there's nothing there. I forget what app it is. Weather Channel's now showing it. Oh, it's North Sun. Okay, so. Not me. Not me. A severe thunderstorm is located 8 miles north of Cullum or 9 miles southeast of Dwight, moving east at 30. Tennis ball size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts are associated with that storm. The wife was thinking about taking the dogs for a walk, and when she gets home, asked if I was streaming. Yeah. Tennis ball size hail, it says. Fuck the tennis rackets. I'm getting that aluminum baseball bat. Ping! I'm playing baseball, bitches. Yeah, it's 73 out here right now. Beautiful out. Humid, but very nice. And then we get back into the 40s, I think. Yeah, 48, 51, 53, 51, 27 on Monday, 33, 38, 46. So, well, that was for where I'm at. Champagne's probably going to be a little higher. Yeah, 47, 52 for Thursday, Friday, 60 on Sunday, and then it's 26, 33, 41, 48. What do you guys think? The wife is asking if I would like to go on a walk with her and take the dogs. And then, since it is technically wife night, watching some shows. It is technically wife night. That has always been the calendar date. Yeah, I don't think I was going to be able to stream until 10 o'clock anyway, once some of these storms pop up near me. No, I don't have to do the one eye open thing. Yeah, one more field to do, but I'm not gonna. That's gonna take a while to do. It's a big one. I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna stream tomorrow. Maybe Railroader? Haven't done that in a minute. Oh, she hasn't even left work yet. So we got time. We got time. So I'll start that other field, but Tig, you might end up having to take it over. We got time. Should be able to get this stream to be 3 hours long anyway. Yeah, for those who don't know, when I started streaming years ago, the wife was a little concerned after a while, if I remember right, that, I was going to be doing this all the time and not spending any, time with her. I decided, you know what? I'm going to do a wife night. And so Tuesdays and Saturdays are that when I'm not playing games. It's, we sit down, watch some shows, go out to dinner, things like that, whatever. There hasn't been too much of that as of late because we don't have any shows to watch. Or she's tired from work or whatever and doesn't want to do anything. And that's usually the exemption right there, is if she's tired and just wants to go to bed after she gets home. So, yeah, technically tonight is wife night. You would think that, Aura. You would think that. She doesn't ask for much. It's funny, though, because she didn't really seem to care that I dedicated 2 nights. But now she's come to expect it. And I think she was wanting... I was live last week, right? On Tuesday? Or maybe it was Saturday. I forget. One of the days she had asked. And I was like, yeah, I plan on streaming. So, I think she was a little bummed about it, to be honest. Don't know why. No, usually she doesn't even bat an eye at it. Usually it doesn't even faze her. think I'm gonna go straight across on this one. Just cut the edge off, cut the corner off. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Because turning is gonna be kind of a pain in the ass. I love that guided steering or steering assist actually takes those little corners like that. Yeah, I'll just stop down here too. Shit, if I can go live early enough tomorrow, what if I did the first 8 days of 7 Days to Die? 8 10-hour stream.
He is amused by the simplicity of this game.
Roberts 3028 resubbed. Prime at 11 months. Hey, hey.
Hey, hey! Roberts, thank you very much. 11 months. Much appreciated to you, dude. Thank you very much. How you doing? Yeah, this one's down 6.1 ton, 88%. And now it's just jumped up to 123%, 8.5. Gotta figure out what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight. Probably just pizza. Go for a walk, come home, eat a pizza. Dinger sub. I'm only at 38%, but you're going to have that tree to contend with up there. since the posters posted are coming out in that area. Nice, good. Breaded steak and chicken, added bacon, green olive, jalapenos. I'm a maniac like that. What tree? He's gonna drive right through it. See, you lost me at green olives and jalapenos. That's where you lost me. Not really, Devin. I hate to see those signs. Yeah, I get that. I'm a picky eater. I am a very picky eater. Oh, excuse me. Corned beef hash. Talking back to me. Nope, still nothing in my area. We ain't gonna get shit. It's all gonna stay to the north, and then suddenly it's gonna get cold. You're too poor as a kid to be picky? I just didn't eat then. What I did eat wasn't good for me. That's good. Probably gonna be that way for a little bit longer too. Mud season. No, trust me, I didn't starve as a kid. Even when my mom was in the hospital and no one was around to cook, I didn't starve. Ooh. I ended up watching that recent Jurassic Park mistake that they made a couple years ago, or last year was it, with Scarlett Johansson. Is it bad that I was hoping people to die? It's just like, I'm looking, and I mean, right off the bat, you know who's gonna die. You know, well, I mean, the kids. There's like a 9-year-old or whatever in there, and then there's the teenager that is dating some sorry lazy sack of crap. You don't see what I see. Okay, you need to die. Something big needs to eat you. But, I mean, you know the kid ain't gonna die. The teenage daughter or whatever isn't gonna die. The dad could. The, the guy that's bankrolling the whole thing, you know, some corporate bigwig or whatever, you know he's gonna die. Yeah, we'll go that way. Okay, I'll go this way. You know, the people that you expect to die all die. But because I hate movies with kids in them. I hate it. You know, it just, the mouthy teenager, the 8-year-old that's making a friend with the baby dinosaur, you know, and no one bats an eye, and it's, you know, everyone's okay when she's bringing it home. Oh, I love Stranger Things. I had no issues with that. I enjoyed it. At times I wish they would die or just shut the fuck up, but... Neighbor must be home because now both dogs are going nuts. But I'm just like, oh my, and I mean, it's the first movie in a long time I actually found myself skipping. Just hitting the fast forward, you know, the 10-second loop or whatever button. Just skipping it. Because they started getting all with their feelings and their emotions in different parts. I'm just like, oh, skip. Don't care. It was definitely a Jurassic Park that they should not have made. Oh, I can't. The wife loves Bob's Burgers. I can't stand it. I can't stand the show. Never heard of it. I don't watch much TV anymore anyway. I mean, we have our shows that we like to watch that are mostly on Paramount. You know, I'll watch Landman, King of Tulsa. Watching some stuff on Apple now. But other than that, I mean, I don't watch anything else besides Gold Rush. I mean, I would say shows that I watch regularly, not including the ones... I mean, I could probably include the ones that I watch with the wife regularly. I could probably count on both hands and still have a finger left over to pick my nose. You know? It's... Yeah, King of Tulsa was great, and now there's a spin-off. Isn't there? So let's see. Including the shows that I watch with the wife. NCIS, FBI, Tracker, NCIS Origins, Mayor of Kingstown. No, I've heard of it, but Axemen never really did anything for me in the first place. I would include Lioness, but I don't know if that's coming back or not. Gold Rush, Mine Rescue, Landman, King of Tulsa, which I think is probably done. And I think that's it. That's 9 shows. Well, alright. Monarch on Apple. That's 10. And that's it. That's pretty much it that I think that I will, religiously watch. And, if it wasn't for Wife Night, I'm not watching Tracker, NCIS, Origins, nothing on Paramount. I'm not watching any of that except for Landman and King of Tulsa. Mayor of Kingstown I will, but I don't since the wife and I watch it. I will watch Marshals when that starts up. Anthony, how you doing? I thought, is that the reboot that was up a couple years ago? Because I heard that sucked ass. I heard South Park got renewed as well. Yeah, Marshals is a spin-off from Yellowstone. So when that starts up, I'm sure we'll watch that. Farm Sim's going all right. Doing okay. Final harvest going on here. 4th field. All right, Slood. Enjoy the game. Enjoy watching storms, too. We'll see if I survive till tomorrow. Question for everyone else. If I do 7 Days to Die tomorrow, modded or no? I'll watch either, up to you. But for you, modded. I was looking over some of them because I would probably end up doing like an overhaul. Because that way I don't have to piece, different things in. I've heard good things about the Tarkov overhaul. Don't know if I'd do that. We've used Warzuk before. War of the Walkers. And I forget what the other one is. There was another one we did. I can't remember the name of it. So I can't quite make up my mind on which way I would go. Probably War of the Walkers, because that one I think we kind of enjoyed. Because it wasn't too batshit out in the middle of nowhere kind of stupid. And then that's not Warzuk. Warzook is the other one because it's got like the triple X part to it and things like that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, well, no, that's kind of. Way of the fist. Under and over it. I like mods that actually enhance or add things to the game. So maybe I'll do War of the Walker. Adds tools, weapons, food, POVs. Or POIs. That's what it is. POIs. Welcome back. Yeah, if I can get a good 8 to 10 hours in tomorrow, if I do 7 Days to Die, that would set up a troll casket for later on this month, a couple of weeks or something like that. Why don't we start a poll? It's not it's not going to cement anything in, but Kojak, can you start a poll? Do the next troll casket should be, and then options are Farm Sims, 7 Days to Die, or Other. You can probably put ATS in there as well, but I want to have another one where it says Other. Although I don't know what other games would work with it. So maybe not Other? Yeah, I don't have any other games in my wheelhouse that I think will work with it. Yep, there it is. There you go, guys. Poll is up. Answer the poll, if you would, please. It is not going to lock anything into concrete, but it gives me an idea of what you would like to see for the troll casket for this month. It is the 10th, so at the earliest, this would happen next week or week after, I think would be the timeline. This is true, but like I said, it's not going to lock me into anything. So even if 7 Days to Die wins, I could still do Farm Sim. Anything's possible. Anything is possible. Now, 7 Days to Die is interesting because it uses its own Twitch integration. You guys are able to do quite a bit, honestly. And it's not all done by cheering. You guys earn pimp points, as they call it. I think there's PP, and I forget what the other one is. But you can use bits to buy points if you want, if you don't feel like waiting as well. There are cooldown timers and everything. Everything is up on the screen for you to see what's available. And you're able to drop loot boxes. You're able to give me buffs or debuffs. You're able to spawn, hostile mobs on me. Or even hordes, for that matter. So there's a few things that you're able to do in 7 Days to Die. I think it actually has more options than Farm Sim. Well, and I'm going to be really restricting a lot of the mobs. So when that does become available, when that does become an option for a troll casket with 7 days, I'm going to be really restricting a lot of that stuff. So I need to have a fighting chance. So, biohazard cheerleaders coming after me and shit like that, no. Where I got to use a whole clip in the head, because we all know, those who have played 7 Days to Die, headshots don't result in a kill. They just shake it off, So, headshots are pointless. Yeah, so a lot of the mobs are going to be pretty restricted. Being able to send me a pack of demos, probably not going to be an option. And the cooldowns, because it's a troll, but it's also, I need to be able to play the game. Yeah, I need to be able to play the game. So, being able to send me pack after pack after pack of feral or radioactive, zombies doesn't help me at all. I can't play the game. I got to be able to get something done. At least I do in Farm Sim, so I can't spend the full 3, 4, or even 8 or 9 hours constantly dying and getting blown up. So there will be limitations. 7 days wins, huh? 4 votes. People watching and no one wants to vote. I don't know. Maybe I'll play it tomorrow. I don't know. I kind of want to. At the same time, I don't. Troll casket will not happen. All right. I need to... Oh, shit. Shit. Was blowing my bathroom up. That's a picture I didn't need. All right. We got a scheduling snafu here. It's going to happen next weekend. A troll casket. Because it cannot happen the weekend after that. Or that week. Because that's Sebring week. Shit, troll casket might not even be able to happen this month at all. If I think about it. Because I need to get my IR back up, which means I've got a race. Which I can't do until next week. But I gotta get the IR back up so I can do Sebring. Yeah, I'll have to figure this out. Yeah, iRacing's been bad, but I can't give up on it. With Sebring coming up, I can't give up on it. I just gotta hope that, you know, we get some good races and just able to keep our nose clean, you know? IMSA is at Silverstone, I think, first week. So there's a very good possibility for some points. There's the PDF available, and I don't remember all of it. IMSA's even going to Laguna. That's going to be a nightmare. Russ, how you doing? Just waiting on storms to come over and drop a tornado on me. I doubt that will happen. Got a little bit of time left here. The wife just left work, so probably 30 minutes or so. And then wife night will start. Yeah, Illinois is in line for some pretty good storms tonight. At a scale of 5, my area right now is a 4 for tornado possibility. And I guess a storm that was just 20 minutes north of me was putting down tennis ball size hail. But technically it's wife night, so she asked if we could go walk the dogs when she gets home and then watch some TV shows. So we'll do that. No, yeah, cars are both, they're in a garage anyway, so we're safe there, and ain't nothing gonna happen. I'll be surprised if we even see a thunderstorm. I've got that protective bubble over me for whatever the reason. So ain't nothing gonna happen. Something's gonna come my way, and then it's gonna disappear and reappear on the other side of town, or it'll be like parting the Red Sea. Just a normal rain spot will develop, and everything else will go around. Yeah. You know, that kind of luck with weather. Why can't I have that kind of luck with them when it comes to buying a lotto ticket? I have all the luck with avoiding major storms and everything. Take that luck and put it towards winning a freaking Powerball. Son of a bitch. I like what you're thinking. I'll have to go to the vape store tomorrow or Thursday. I got 120 mil left. That's it. Just 3. Yeah, I used to be on 1.5, but then when my normal brand decided to close up shop, I ended up going to Juicehead, and apparently he has a hard time getting 0, so I just said screw it, I'll just have 3. Saves me from having to mix it like I used to have to. I mean, I could probably just go to straight 0, to be honest. I just do it for the habit of hand to mouth and then the flavor. Saves me from shoving candy in my face all day or something. Damn, 50. Well, I think those higher numbers, like the 50s, are for those little pocket ones, the USB style disposables. I think that's what they're meant for, and they're not use. The use for them is not like it is with this. I vape on this way too much. Another streamer that vapes has even said the same thing. He goes, "Yeah, you hit that a lot." Yeah, I actually just went out and bought this one last week. It's a Smok Mag 18. I forget the name of the coils. The tank I had and the base I had cross-threaded. So I ended up getting the Geek Vape tank. It was the Geek Vape mod. But I wasn't using a Geek Vape. It was a Voopoo or whatever. The tank. And so I ended up finding this in the box that came with the mod, with the base, and I put it on. It's been pretty good. So, and then I just picked out this Smok one. He didn't have a whole lot to choose from, but I just like how it fits in my hand. It's almost like a pistol style, how it comes over to the webbing on your thumb. Funny thing is, I ended up finding, because I pulled out the old mod that I have, and there was batteries in it, and they almost looked like they're brand spanking new. Morph 3. They almost looked like they were brand spanking new, but they were in the mod. I forgot they were in there. And it's been put away for like a year. So I put them out, and I put them on the charger, and they were both below 1.0. Like, dead. So I put them on the charger, and one of them finally took, and that one is just fine now. The other one didn't want to take. The charger kept on skipping between LiPo and nickel. So, and I guess that was its way of trying to get it to, kind of like jump starting a car in a way, to get it to catch. And finally it charged, but I think it's slightly damaged because it doesn't fully charge. It'll always be like 95% or something like that, and it's always lower than the other battery because these are dual 18650s. So when that one's at 0, if I'm using them, that one will be at 0 and the other one will be like 25%, 30% left or something like that. So obviously the battery is damaged. I probably shouldn't use it, but I still do. I don't think vaping is essentially bad for you. Every study I've seen that comes out and tries to say it is, they've refused to give any information as to what they did in order to achieve those results. And whether it's a school or whoever is doing it, a university or whatever, if they won't show their work, then I'm not going to take them seriously. And the nice thing is those same studies, someone else has done that same study, and because they're curious, what did they do to get that result? Like the Harvard one, everyone keeps on going on about how these have like 2 to 3 times more formaldehyde in it when you vape on it, or it produces more when you vape compared to a cigarette. Okay, fine. Well, how did you reach those results? They wouldn't say. They're Harvard. How dare you even question them? So someone else from a little community college type school or whatever did the same thing. It was like Washington something, I forget. But he was annoyed that they wouldn't show their results, show their work. I mean, they showed the results, but they wouldn't show their work, how they got to that point, which is generally normal practice. If you're going to produce results to say, hey, something's, we found this and you're going to show your work. How did you get to that, result? Harvard refused to do it. He found the only way they could produce that high level of formaldehyde that Harvard said they found in vaping was by using the vape in a way that no one in their right mind would ever use it. Dry coil, absolutely no juice, cranked all the way up and just held. Just hold the button. That's how they did it. Bales don't sell for a whole lot, and we really don't have any animals. We've got sheep, and that's about it. For the work that it would require, bales just aren't worth it. The ROI, return on investment. Oh, we got pigs now? Oh, yeah, you got pigs over there, yeah. And Tigger didn't say he wants bales, so... That's why I don't trust any of these studies. And I'll tell you what, when I smoked, and granted at my highest, I was 2.5 packs a day. It was pretty much guaranteed I got bronchitis multiple times a year, especially in the winter. Borderline pneumonia. I haven't had it in years. This is Judith Plains, Montana map. It's a 4X map. I like the map. The downside is all those structures you see at the farm. On all farms, there's multiple farms, starter farms. There's another one over there off on the other side of the trees. You can see the red buildings. You can't remove them. You can't delete them. You can't do anything. They are there and they are staying. That's the thing that sucks about this map. The house that is here on the farm, it has the bubbles there for, changing your outfit and sleeping. They don't work. Don't work. So you can't sell off the cow pen over here on the right. You can't sell off the Quonset up there. Even if you want to rearrange and move it, you can't do a damn thing. That's what I don't like about this map. Everything is locked in its place. Maybe if I mean, I've never done anything with Giants Editor. Possibly. I never looked. Now, I just found out the other thing, and I'm not happy about it, is with this. Now, I don't think these are the narrow tires to begin with. Oh, it's not doing it. All right. Well, this must be the first stage then. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Because they've been kind of happy with, there's no nitrogen. But it's almost like it's not calling for it. So I don't know what this is going to do. Yeah, the mini map, the field is not changing. And neither is yeah, it's not doing anything. Level is not going down, nothing. It won't do anything. It does not want fertilizer. Because that's beans, I think? Yeah, pH-wise, it's all in the green. 6.0 is the middle. It doesn't give me that information. I have to purchase it again, which I don't really feel like doing. You know, I don't know what the best American maps are. I honestly just got back into Farm Sim last month. Arkansas looks pretty good. That's a 4X, I think. A lot of people have been playing that Marsh map as well.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Bama Pride 2020 just followed.
Bama Pride, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. How you doing? Go Vols. I mean, yeah, I'm an ass. Yeah, it's using some, but not a lot. And actually used it. Yeah, see, over here on the right, nitrogen perfect, 45/0 kg. So with the soybeans, it's perfectly fine. It's happy with that. And now we've cranked up the pH value up to 60, up to 6.5. Over here, it's 6.2 out of 7. pH bad. So yeah, I guess it could use more lime. I mean, it's not that far off, but it's not happy. All right, Russ. Thanks for stopping by, man. You have a good night. Enjoy Farm Sim. Yeah, I'm just going to hire a worker for all this. He's probably about to run out, though. 10,000 left. Yeah, that's nitrogen. And then there's the pH. All right, guys, this is where I'm going to have to leave you because the wife is on her way home, and it is wife night. She wants to go take the dogs for a walk and stuff like that. Might as well get it done before the storms come rolling in. So I'll be back tomorrow. Could be 7 Days to Die, could be iRacing, could be LMU, could be more Farm Sim, it could be whatever. It just, whatever strikes me. A lot of iRacing coming up, though. A lot of it coming up next week and the week after with Sebring 12-hour coming up. So, we'll see. But thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you all back here tomorrow, unless my house gets destroyed by a tornado tonight. We'll see. Bye.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Bye, diddly-eye. So long.
God bless you.
See ya. Bye.
Goodbye. Bye-bye, Homer!
Take care.
So long.
Bye-bye.
Ta-ta.
Bye!